Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why? Or misplaced something and couldn't find it no matter how hard you tried? These everyday slips might seem small, but they're signs your brain needs support. Or your loved one suddenly forgets your name. They look at you, confused, lost, as if you're a stranger. That's not just painful, it's terrifying. But what if I told you there are foods sitting in your kitchen right now that could help stop this? Maybe even reverse it. Science is finally catching up, and the results are shocking. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn might change the way you eat forever. Today, we're counting down the top 10 dementia-fighting foods, backed by science and packed with surprises. So let's dive in. 10. Blueberries. There's something magical about blueberries. They may look small and innocent, but when it comes to protecting the brain, they're like nature's tiny superheroes. Blueberries are full of antioxidants, especially a group called flavonoids. These little warriors help calm down the inflammation in your brain. Think of inflammation like a slow, silent fire that damages brain cells little by little. Flavonoids come in and help cool that fire. And the best part? You don't need a lot. Just eating a few handfuls every week has been shown to slow down brain aging by years. Yes, actual years. That's not just a fun fact, it's life-changing. If you've ever watched someone you love struggle to remember where they are or recognize faces they once knew, you'll understand why this is so important. Blueberries don't just protect the brain, they give it strength to keep working as it should for longer. Even more amazing is how blueberries affect memory and thinking. It helps by boosting how your brain cells talk to each other. When brain cells communicate clearly, your memory stays sharp and your focus strong. What makes blueberries so special is they improve the brain's ability to learn and remember, especially as we get older. Scientists have tested this with older adults and found that those who ate more blueberries could remember words, stories, and names better than those who didn't. 9. Fatty fish. Your brain needs fat. That might sound strange since we're often told to avoid fatty foods, but the truth is, not all fats are bad. Some are absolutely essential, and when it comes to the brain, the most important fats come from the sea. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, especially one type called DHA. DHA makes up a big part of the fat inside your brain. Without enough of it, your brain simply can't work properly. As we get older, our brains naturally shrink a little, and that shrinkage can lead to memory loss or confusion. But studies show that people who include fatty fish in their diet 2 or 3 times a week experience much slower brain shrinkage. That means their minds stay clearer, their thoughts stay focused, and their memories stay alive for longer. And it's not just older adults who benefit. Even young people who eat more fish tend to do better on tests, remember more in school, and feel calmer under stress. That's because omega-3s don't just build the brain, they soothe it. They reduce anxiety, help balance mood, and even support better sleep. Of course, some people worry about mercury in fish. That's a real concern, but it can be managed. Choose wild-caught fish and focus on smaller fish like sardines, which naturally contain less mercury. And if you're not a fan of fish, talk to your doctor about omega-3 supplements. But if you do enjoy fish, keep it simple. Grill it, bake it, or cook it in olive oil. It doesn't need to be fancy to be healing. With every bite, you're giving your brain the fuel it needs to stay strong, sharp, and full of life. That's not just food, it's a gift to your future self. 8. Walnuts. There's something kind of funny when you really look at a walnut. It actually looks like a tiny brain, doesn't it? Turns out nature knew exactly what it was doing. Walnuts are one of the best brain foods out there, and their shape isn't just a coincidence. Inside each of those little shells is a treasure chest of nutrients, especially a type of healthy fat called DHA. This kind of omega-3 fatty acid is the same one found in fatty fish and is one of the key building blocks of your brain. Think of it like cement in a wall. Without it, the structure isn't strong. When you eat just a small handful of walnuts a day, you're feeding your brain exactly what it needs to grow new brain cells and keep old ones sharp. You might not feel it right away, but over time it's like giving your brain a daily tune-up. Your memory gets clearer, your thinking becomes quicker, and it even helps you stay calmer during stressful times. That's a lot of power packed into a single nut. 7. Dark leafy. Deep green color of vegetables like spinach, kale, and collard greens is packed with vitamins and minerals your brain craves. These leafy greens are like natural multivitamins, but instead of coming in a bottle, they come straight from the earth. Inside every leaf is a mix of brain-loving nutrients like folate, vitamin K, and lutein. These compounds help protect your brain from damage and support better thinking, memory, and learning. It's almost like your brain gets a protective shield every time you eat them. And here's the best part. You don't need to eat a mountain of them. Just one serving a day can make a big difference. That could be a small bowl of salad or a few spoonfuls cooked into your lunch or dinner. The nutrients get absorbed by your body and go straight to work, helping your brain stay strong and young, no matter your age. The research behind leafy greens is as inspiring as it is surprising. A study from Rush University followed a group of older adults for years and looked at their diets and brain health. What they found was incredible. The people who ate one serving of dark leafy greens each day had the brain function of someone 11 years younger. Let that sink in. 11 years. That's not a little difference. That's life-changing. Imagine being 70 but thinking like you're 59. That could mean remembering your grandkids' names, staying sharp in conversations, and feeling mentally present each day. All of that just from adding more greens to your meals. 6. Eggs. There was a time when people thought eating eggs was bad for your health because of cholesterol. Maybe you've even heard someone say, "Avoid eggs. They'll raise your cholesterol." For a long time, that belief scared people away from eating one of nature's most complete foods. But now, science has caught up with the truth. Eggs are not the enemy. They're actually a friend to your brain. Inside the yellow yolk is a powerful nutrient called choline. This isn't a fancy word made up by the supplement industry. Choline is real, and your brain needs it every day. It's a builder that helps your brain make acetylcholine, which is a type of messenger chemical. These messengers are what allow your brain cells to talk to each other. Without enough choline, these messages get fuzzy, slow, or lost, and that's when memory begins to slip. Let's assume your brain as a busy city. Choline helps keep the traffic lights working. When it's missing, things go out of sync, and traffic, your thoughts, gets jammed up. But by simply eating eggs, you're fueling that entire system. Now here's something most people don't know. Not getting enough choline can actually lead to memory problems and confusion, especially as we get older. People who skip eggs or avoid foods with choline might unknowingly be setting themselves up for future brain fog. But the good news is, the fix is easy. You don't need to take a bunch of pills or change your whole lifestyle. Just eating 1 or 2 eggs a day can give your brain the choline it needs to stay sharp. Whether you like them scrambled, boiled, or even fried with a little oil, eggs are one of the simplest ways to protect your mind. 5. Turmeric. Inside turmeric is a natural chemical called curcumin, and this is where the magic happens. Curcumin is a special kind of antioxidant and anti-inflammatory agent, and it has a rare ability. It can cross the blood-brain barrier. That's a protective wall around your brain that keeps harmful things out. Very few nutrients can pass through, but curcumin can. And once it's inside, it goes to work protecting your brain from damage. It calms down inflammation, reduces oxidative stress, and even fights off amyloid plaques, those sticky clumps found in the brains of people with Alzheimer's. So when you add turmeric to your food, you're not just adding flavor. You're giving your brain a natural shield. And that's not just wishful thinking. Real studies have shown that people who eat turmeric regularly tend to perform better on memory tests and stay mentally sharp as they age. 4. Pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds are packed with nutrients your brain loves, especially magnesium. Magnesium plays a big role in how your nerves communicate. Think of your nerves like wires, and magnesium helps the electrical signals travel smoothly along those wires. Without enough magnesium, those signals can get messy, which means your brain can't send or receive information as clearly. This can show up in your life as trouble focusing, anxiety, or even forgetfulness. One of the most interesting things about magnesium is how calming it is. It's often called nature's chill pill because it helps you relax without making you sleepy. That's especially helpful for your brain, which often works overtime during stress. By keeping your nerves calm, magnesium helps your brain stay balanced. And guess what? Just one handful of pumpkin seeds a day can give your body a healthy amount of this amazing mineral. But magnesium isn't the only star in pumpkin seeds. These tiny seeds are also rich in zinc, iron, and copper, all of which play big roles in brain function. Zinc, for example, is like the brain's fog clearer. It helps sharpen your thinking and makes it easier to stay focused on tasks. Low zinc levels have been linked to depression and brain fog, so getting enough from food like pumpkin seeds can be a real game changer. Iron helps deliver oxygen to your brain, which is important because the brain uses a lot of it to function. Without enough oxygen, you might feel tired, slow, or even confused. 3. Green tea. There's something comforting about holding a warm cup of tea in your hands. The warmth, the gentle steam rising, the calm feeling that starts to settle in. It's more than just a drink. It's a moment. But green tea isn't just about comfort. Inside that cup is a powerful mix of ingredients that work quietly to boost your brain. One of those ingredients is L-theanine, a natural amino acid that helps you feel calm but alert at the same time. This is different from the jittery feeling you might get from coffee. Green tea has just enough caffeine to wake you up, but L-theanine steps in to balance it out, giving you focused energy without the crash. It's like getting the best of both worlds, mental clarity without the anxiety. This combo makes green tea a great drink before work, before studying, or any time you want to be more present and productive. It helps your mind feel sharp, but also at peace. But the benefits of green tea don't stop there. Green tea is also full of antioxidants, especially one called EGCG. These antioxidants are like tiny cleaners, going through your brain and clearing out harmful particles that speed up aging and damage. Over time, these particles, called free radicals, can hurt brain cells, slowing down memory and making thinking harder. Green tea helps stop that damage in its tracks. What's even more exciting is how green tea helps improve the way different parts of your brain connect with each other. 2. Avocados. Sometimes the best things for your brain come in the most surprising packages. Avocados, with their soft texture and creamy flavor, may seem like just another fruit, but they're anything but ordinary when it comes to brain health. Inside that green flesh is something your brain loves: monounsaturated fat. Unlike the bad fats that clog arteries, this type of fat helps blood flow better, especially to the brain. And when your brain gets better blood flow, it gets more oxygen and nutrients. That's when everything starts to work better. Your memory becomes sharper, your focus lasts longer, and your mood feels lighter. It's like turning on the lights in a dim room. You start to see things more clearly. Avocados are also high in potassium, which helps maintain healthy blood pressure, and that means less stress on your brain. Most people don't realize how much the brain depends on the heart. If the heart isn't pumping well, the brain suffers. Avocados quietly help both. Beyond the healthy fat, avocados bring something else to the table, literally. They're packed with vitamin K and folate, two nutrients that don't get much attention, but play big roles in protecting your brain. Vitamin K helps prevent blood clots in the brain, reducing your risk of strokes. Folate supports brain cell repair and helps slow down age-related mental decline. When people eat foods rich in folate regularly, they tend to stay mentally sharper as they age.
1. Extra virgin olive oil. At first glance, extra virgin olive oil might seem like just another cooking ingredient. But what it does inside your body is nothing short of remarkable. This oil, especially when it's pure and cold-pressed, contains a powerful compound called oleocanthal. What makes oleocanthal so special is that it helps the brain clean itself. Think of your brain like a house that gathers dust over time. Oleocanthal acts like a cleaning crew, helping sweep out harmful proteins and waste. One of those harmful proteins is amyloid plaque, which has been directly linked to Alzheimer's disease. When too much of it builds up, the brain starts to lose its ability to function properly. But when olive oil is part of your regular meals, it helps stop that buildup and keeps your brain clearer, longer. That's not just theory. Real studies, like one from Temple University, show that olive oil doesn't just protect memory, it actually helps improve learning in older adults. There's something comforting about the warmth and richness of olive oil. It's not just about taste, it's about nourishment. This oil is a cornerstone of the Mediterranean diet, which has been praised for its ability to reduce the risk of many chronic illnesses, including dementia. When you make olive oil a regular part of your diet, drizzled over vegetables, stirred into soups, or used as a dressing, you're feeding your brain exactly what it needs. But it's important to use it the right way. Olive oil should be used raw or cooked on low to medium heat. High heat can destroy some of the nutrients, so if you're frying, it's better to choose a different oil. When used properly, it becomes a daily shield for your brain. It's not a magic potion, but it's pretty close. Something natural and simple that can help you stay mentally sharp well into old age. So the next time you reach for cooking oil, remember this. A little drizzle of olive oil might just be the smartest choice you make all day. So, you don't need fancy supplements or expensive medications to protect your brain. These 10 simple foods, many of which you already have at home, can help slow down aging, protect your memory, and maybe even turn back the clock on brain health. But here's the truth. What you do today matters. Dementia doesn't happen overnight. It builds slowly, year after year. But the food you choose now could be your best defense. Eat smart, stay sharp. And remember, it's never too late to start healing. If this video helped you, please share it with someone you love. You might be the reason their memory stays sharp. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for more life-changing health tips.